Hi guys, I'm Brian and this is City Steading. And in a much requested video, this is my Super Simple Cyser from back in April. This is the actual fermentation vessel. This is the actual thing. And today I'm going to bottle it. We're going to taste it. A lot of people have asked, how do you bottle things? How do you rack things? Well, I'm not even going to rack this. This is a super simple Cyser, not a super complicated Cyser. So we're not going to rack it. We're going to go right from the fermentation vessel into a bottle. Now, it doesn't have to be one of these fancy swing top bottles. I'm doing it just because, I like them, but it's okay. What you want to make sure, though, is that it's sanitized. I did sanitize that. I sanitized the tube. I sanitized my siphon. Sanitized everything that I'm going to use, even my hands because they were in the water, too. To use sanitizer, somebody actually asked. It's really, really simple. I fill my sink with hot water. I know about how many gallons it is, and I put that many ounces of the Star San into it, dissolve it up. All you got to do is dip something in it, 30 seconds or so, rinse it around a little bit, let it air dry. You don't have to rinse out the bubbles. They will go away on their own, and now you have a sanitized product that you can use, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to remove the airlock. By the way, if you're wondering what the rubber band is for some reason, this one, the stopper, kept wanting to lift up and out, and it was breaking the seal. It doesn't actually ruin anything. It just makes it a little harder to get a really good bubble, and I like seeing the bubbles. It makes me think something's happening. Okay, so I'm going to put that on the side, and I can smell it. Wait a minute. I don't smell feet. This is good, but that's a preview of later on, so I don't want to say too much. So what I'm going to do here, to use one of these siphons, there's three parts, okay? There's four. There's the racking cane. There's the thing the racking cane goes in. I'm sure there's a name for it, and I'm sure somebody's going to tell me in the comments what it is. Then there's some silicone tubing, and there's the bottler. Now this bottler has a little pin in the bottom that when you put it down into the bottle, now it'll flow. When you lift it up, it won't flow. You probably can't see that, but it's okay. I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to put this in. Now, the trick to this is you do not want to go all the way to the bottom. I tend to just hold it where I have to until such time as it gets to the bottom. That's why you use the bottler. You can do it without the bottler, but you're probably going to make a mess. I'm probably going to make a mess anyway. But you try. I don't really want to waste more of this than I have to. And you just kind of do the little pumping action here, and you'll see the liquid start going in. There it is. It's coming out, and it'll go on its own. The trick is, wherever you're siphoning to must be lower than what you're siphoning from, okay? And see, as I lift this, can you see that nothing's coming out? And as I put it back in, the bottle starts to fill up. Now, the tube does hold a little bit of liquid, so what you want to do is make sure that you stop when it's probably a little more full than you're comfortable with. That's what I always do. Make sure your jiggler down there is working, though, because I've had them stick, and it just makes a mess. This is the exciting part of the show. And no, in case you're wondering, I'm not going to make you watch me fill 5 bottles of this stuff. I'm going to make you watch 1. I'll just cut ahead to the rest. Now, see, it's going pretty slow because I don't have it super high. If I had this first bottle higher, it would go a lot faster. And I might actually speed up sections of this video. And there it is. It's almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. And right about there, you pull it out. And I'm going to hand this off to my lovely assistant. Actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. You know what we're going to do?
Try another bottle.
I would like another bottle. I probably should have thought of that before we got to this point. So now you know we are real people just doing this for fun. And I'm just stalling while she pulls another bottle out of the sink. Here it comes.
So see, it has the foam residue left in there. Do not fear the foam.
Oh, and also, though that may say Old Forester whiskey bourbon on there, it's not. It's Cyser. We reuse our bottles. As I finish off a bottle of whiskey, Yeah, we just clean them up and reuse them. You want to be careful though. This is not a carbonated beverage, but I put it in a bottle that can hold carbonation. However, whiskey bottles like this do not hold carbonation. If you do wine, you want to make sure that it's a champagne bottle if you're doing carbonated. I'm not doing carbonated. I actually like Cysers to be still. You can do them carbonated, and I might be doing a video soon on how to carbonate stuff. But for right now, I'm going to cut this off and fill up the rest of these bottles, and we'll see you in a bit. And here we are. We're at the end. Now you can see there's still a little bit left in this bottle, and I'm not drinking that. That's got some nasty stuff in there, all the dead yeast and whatever is in the bottom there. I'm going to hand this off to my lovely assistant as soon as I get all the last bits out. Hopefully I won't. Oh, yeah, didn't spill it. Look at that. Okay, there is a little bit left in there still. Let me get it out. And all you do is just put that little pin against the side and it can all come right out. I'm going to hand this off to my lovely assistant. That goes back in the star sand for the next video. But we did have a little bit of a bottle left over, and I did fill up the testing tube here. So what I'm going to do, put it right on there, get out my hydrometer. Now, when I first did this video, when I first made it, I took a reading. It was 1.090 specific gravity. So what I'm going to do today is get the final gravity. Now, I've been testing it along the way. I did get a couple of gravities. I know it's approximately 1.002 was what it was last time I looked at it. Today it is, oh, look at that, 1.002. Exactly the same. Which, that actually comes out to 11.6% alcohol. I probably should have put more in there. But anyway, so that's 11.6% alcohol. Not too shabby. It's not the strongest mead Cyser thing ever made, but I have a theory, and my experience has held true, that the stronger the alcohol content, the longer you need to age things before they actually taste good. Now, this has been sitting since April, so that's April, May, June, July, August. We're looking at almost 4 months. So this is 3.5 months old, three months and a couple of weeks, I guess. And in the next part of the video, we're going to clean all this out. We're going to taste this. And now we're back for the tasting part of the video. Although, as I just wanted to show a couple things too. This was the first bottle that you saw me pouring in. They look, there's a little bit of cloud to it, which my Cysers always do that. Cysers are traditionally known for being very difficult to clear, but to me, that's clear enough. I'm not really worried about it. Most of the time, that's just an appearance thing, but if anybody came to my house and I offered them this and they said, oh, it's murky, I don't want to drink it, well, then don't, and you can leave. You know, I mean, really, it's just stupid. But anyway, so that's why I don't use the bentonite and I don't use all those other additives. Somebody said they're not chemicals, they're additives, because everything is a chemical. Yeah, okay.
But if clarity is really important to you, then by all means, use those things to get your stuff nice and clear. For us, our priority is taste, number one, and to keep it as simple and as natural as possible.
And Dereka's priority is to keep me from rambling. Anyway, so what we ended up getting was 4 bottles, a little bit in the test tube, and I actually have like a little beer bottle sized bottle that's about half full, which I'll be drinking after the video's over. So I'm just going to move these out of the way so that they're not blocking anybody's face. I just don't want to knock this over, because that would be bad. And we're going to pour some of this.
It's like we're mad scientists.
Well, we're mad. Don't know about the science part. I think that's about equal. Okay, so just like when we did our Vikings blood taste test, we want to do from the smell and everything like that all the way through to the full-on taste and give you any ideas of what we might want to do differently or how we might treat this. Like, would we back sweeten it? Would we add other things to it? So what you have here is just a mead with apple juice. Okay, so instead of using water, it's apple juice. So it's a Cyser. That is the technical name. But now I'm gonna take a little smell. Oh, sláinte.
So I'm starting with the appearance of it, and it is cloudy, but it's not tremendously so, and it doesn't have any odd chunks or
Yeah, there's nothing floating.
particles that make it look unappetizing.
Looks like a wine.
Yeah.
Which it is, technically. This will be the first video in which we use our new City Steading footy scale. I'm going to give this 2 toes. Derica?
To me, it just has a touch of a toe. I would go as far as 1 toe. I don't think I'd go 2 toes.
I could be convinced to go to 1 toe. This is really, it smells really nice. It smells like honey with just that touch of apple. It's mostly honey.
Well, see, I'm getting more apple than honey, and I'm getting the apple scent.
She has a better sniffer than I do.
The apple scent is what is limiting the toe scent from coming out to me.
Really? Alright, I guess I could see that. By the way, what we're doing here, you hold it by the bottom so that you don't let the alcohol evaporate out. And if you swirl it in the glass, you can build up like a whirlwind of vapors. And you put your nose right in there.
Another thing
I'm getting a really nice meld of apple.
The tulip shape of
focuses.
The glass helps the scent reach your nose.
It focuses it. That's why you see wine tasters do this all the time.
Or if you have a really wide-mouthed vessel, the scent is just going to go everywhere.
Now this, if I'm not mistaken, was made with orange blossom honey. I actually can smell just a tiny bit of citrus. It's not strong, but there's a little bit of citrus in there. I'm going to taste it. Oh my God, that's good. Wow. That's awesome. I'm actually getting almost a little bit of a spicy note.
Yes.
I wanted to say cinnamon, but it's not quite cinnamon. It's more like almost a clove.
Yes. Because it has that
but it's not
almost numbing, but
it's not overpowering in any way.
Oh, no.
But man, you can totally taste the citrus. Totally, like orange comes out, the orange honey comes out, orange blossom. And the apple is nice. It's not overly appley. Now, someone asked me if I back sweeten my things or whatever because most of my stuff goes dry. This came out at 1.002. That's about as close to dry as you can get without actually being dry. This is not dry. This is sweet.
No, this is nice. I'm not overly fond of really dry things like champagne.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I'll pass. But this, you can definitely tell that the alcohol is there, but the first thing I noticed with my very first taste was the mouthfeel.
It's creamy.
You could tell that it has
thick.
Honey in it because it has that viscosity.
It's thick.
It's really pleasant.
It's not watered down. It's not watery. It's got a great apple and honey flavor with just a hint of orange in there. That's wonderful. By the way, the meowing is our cats. They picked now to run around the house and chase each other.
I've had to hide at least 3 different toys in the process of this filming.
But guys, if you haven't seen our Super Simple Cyser video, I'm going to put a link to it, like here or there. I'm not sure exactly where it's going to show up, but it's going to be on the screen right now. If you haven't seen that yet, go watch it. It's a really easy to make thing. This is so simple. I mean, it's called Super Simple Cyser. I don't know if you have to let it sit for 4 months or not. 3 months might be enough. No, I'm kidding.
But I'm thinking the longer you let it sit, and now in hindsight, I'm kind of wishing we took at least a smell of it halfway through.
Well, I'm going to be honest, I did.
Was it footy?
It was footy.
Yeah.
It was like a foot and 3 toes. Footy.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad.
And that is something to keep in mind is that if your initial batch really hits you with the foot, like you got 2 feet right in your face, don't freak out.
Oh, if it was 2 feet, I'd have dumped it.
No.
2 feet is bad.
Don't listen to him. Don't listen to him.
2 feet is the maximum on the footy scale.
Don't freak out. Just let it wait.
Yeah.
If you have the space,
time is your friend.
Just let it sit for longer.
Time is definitely your friend.
Because
the longer it sits, the better.
As Brian may have explained on a different video, what the foot scent actually chemically is.
It's sodium something. Or no, it's sulfur dioxide. Sorry. Blonde moment.
So it's a gas. And with that gas leaving...
Yeah, it'll eventually work its way out. Kind of like carbon dioxide. This is not in any way carbonated. I did not degas this. What you saw, degassing means like you agitate it to stir it up and get all the carbon dioxide out.
We have this special whip thing that's...
Yeah, that I don't use right, but I use it. Well, I didn't do that because I knew I wanted to show you right from the bottle, basically from the bottle to the glass, what it was like. And this didn't get racked. This was as simple as it can be. One fermentation vessel, right from that, into the bottle, into the glass. I call this a success. This one's wonderful.
We have a gathering coming up next week, I think, and I believe a bottle of this will be shared at said gathering.
I don't know. We only have 4. Do we really want to give one up?
We like these people.
This is true. We do. I guess that 1 out of 4 isn't bad. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, please give us a like and give us a subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell icon. That way you get notified every time we make a new video. And we're pretty inspired right about now. There's going to be a bunch of cider making videos coming up. I'm going to do a really simple mead. This is actually a little bit more of a complex mead, believe it or not, because it's apple juice and honey. But I'm going to make a simple mead. We're going to do yogurt. I'm making yogurt and yogurt cheese because somebody asked for that too. Anyway, you have anything else you want to say?
Just a quick review. Slightly cloudy, but not offensive. Beautiful golden hue. Scent is delicious. Apples and honey with just a hint of a toe, honestly.
1 toe. It's 1 toe. 1 toe is the lowest it can be.
Okay, it's 1 toe.
We make the rules around here.
Taste. I got the mouthfeel of the honey, which was very pleasant. It's not watery. It tastes like apples. It tastes like honey, surprisingly enough. Go figure.
Oh, I want to say something.
But it does have that little bit of spice that we haven't been able to
yeah, it's kind of like a clovey
It's kind of
cinnamon.
clovey, but yeah.
I want to say something. You guys have all been super supportive. There's a lot of comments going on. We try to comment back as quickly as possible, probably within minutes in most cases. Somebody has made various comments. Like one guy said, I came for the mead, but stayed for the cider. We made a t-shirt of that, and it's for sale in our merch store, which is actually going to be in the description below, a link to it. And on the footy scale, we made up a t-shirt that says, how footy is your fermentation? I just think stuff like that is hysterical, and I would love to run into somebody in public wearing that t-shirt. If you buy one of our t-shirts and I run into you in public, I'll give you a free bottle of anything that we've made. I don't care. I'll just give it to you because I think that's awesome. So you heard it. I can't sell it to you, but I can give it to you. Anyway, that's all I got. So, if you want to check out some of the stuff that we've done, we have like 3 or 4 t-shirts in there, and she made a mug with the City Steading logo. It's cool. Anyway, that's all I got for now. But watch, there's going to be several more videos coming. We have a whole series of stuff coming out real soon. And I'm just babbling at this point. So why are you still here?
Keep those suggestions coming, and thank you so much for joining us.
See you guys. Have a great day.
Cheers.
I don't know if the video's any good, but the Cyser is awesome. Yeah. Oh my god, that's